Washington apples. Just the thing.
The address is CBS.
Welcome home.
You're a great brother. Well, from now on, you know what? You can just keep all your little AA secrets. Fine with me. I don't care. Because there's nothing more you can do to me. I got nothing left.
You're home. You okay?
Fine.
You sure?
Positive.
You know, if you asked me, that Nikki, she doesn't deserve a great guy like you.
Nikki? Nikki who?
Man. You know, all this time I've been twisting myself into a pretzel, you know? Trying to be somebody I'm not, just to get Katie to like me. All along, all I really need is right in front of me.
I'm not going anywhere.
Man, this wasn't part of the plan, you know?
What plan?
The plan. You and me. You know, the plan.
What about you and me?
If Eddie didn't shove you down and take your purse, then how did you get those awful cuts on your knees?
I told you, I don't know. Someone, whoever it was, came from behind me.
Actually, I examined Emily right after she reported the mugging, and there were cuts and scrapes on both knees. But it was obvious that they were self-inflicted.
Self-inflicted? So there was no mugging, you faked the whole thing?
Yes, that's right. And I'm very sorry that...
What? You're sorry? You're apologizing to her?
You know, I hear what you're saying. I look at this face, and I can't believe that you almost destroyed Eddie's life.
Oh, what life, please?
Stop
What?
it. Stop it.
Oh, fine, go, Margot. I could care less. Run to Tom. Tell him what an evil-lying witch I am. Tell him I said hello.
Sweetie, I know you're very scared, but the truth is finally out. You don't have that awful lie hanging over your head.
Don't sweat it. Really, it's just a big joke. A big, fat joke. What's the matter? Why are you laughing?
As the world turns.
Don't tell me you lost your sense of humor.
Look, you can get past this. You can get on with your life now. And then we'll deal with the fallout. Don't worry.
Will? Will? We're gonna be a team?
Sure, of course. I'm gonna take care of you. You and the baby.
Oh,
I'll do everything I can.
Thank you so much. You've done so much for me already, though. Really, thanks.
Look, I know that you're worried about what Tom is going to think.
Well, he is the father of my child.
But,
isn't
sweetie, the truth was bound to come out. He probably knows about it already.
You know what? Please. Please, I'm trying here. I'm really trying. But thank you. Thank you for showing me the light. For putting me on the right track, you know, for turning my life into this ridiculous cliche.
I don't know what you mean by that. I know that I hurt you.
No, really, I mean it. I mean it. Your truth before all else power play, it really helped.
It wasn't a power play. I just wanted you to do the right thing.
No, it's just this morality thing. It's new to me, you know, and it takes a little while to catch on, you know.
Baby, you don't get it. You don't get it. It's over. We finally have a chance to be a real family again. It's over.
It's over! It's over! It is over! You think again, Mother. You think again.
It's cold. My throat, it's so sore. I gave you this cold. You gave it to me. You gave it to me. You gave it to me. You got it.
Enough. We gotta keep moving here. I'll take your Dayquil.
Take it what?
You know, NyQuil for night.
Dayquil for day.
I'm taking these.
I won't touch your cough or headache.
We'll see.
Like the complete relief of NyQuil? You'll love non-drowsy Dayquil.
Oh, you guys are doing great.
Dayquil, the non-drowsy, congested, stuffy head, sore throat, coughing, aching fever, so you can get through the day medicine.
When it comes to hairspray, the competition's stiff. The competition's sticky. The competition can't hold up to Pantene Pro V hairspray with Elastess. Other hairsprays are just no match for Pro V. Only Pro V has Elastess, so it holds this well, feels this good, and bounces right back into place. Pantene Pro V Flexible Hold Hairspray, the only one with Elastess.
The best hold, the best feel, the best of both worlds. No competition.
For most anything that ails your stomach this season, give it peace and goodwill with Pepto-Bismol.
Who can resist an early opening? Come to Sears this Saturday between 8 a.m. and noon and get 10% off everything. Whatever makes you merry, you'll find it at the merry side of Sears.
Meet Hallie.
I'm not Hallie.
Right, Annie.
Are you sure I'm Annie?
Hallie?
You talking to me?
Annie?
Yes.
Find out who's who and catch all the fun.
Thank you very much.
Disney's The Parent Trap, rated PG, on sale now.
Oh, this is crazy, you know? I mean, it could work, but it's so crazy.
I kind of felt it too. So you think that maybe we
could be there for each other, right? Like, if you have a problem with a guy, you bounce it off of me, right? And if I got some girl driving me nuts, you, like, clue me into the female psyche, right?
You mean buddies?
Yeah. What'd you think I meant?
What'd you think I thought?
Same as I thought.
It didn't sound that way.
Don't I always say what I mean?
I guess not.
You see, the way I figure it, right? The way I figure it, you're okay, right? You're okay with me not being in college, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe Katie would be too. You know, I mean, I'd have to come clean, you know, tell her the truth. Plain and simple, no excuses. I mean, I planned to go. She thought I was already in. I didn't want to look like a loser, so I played along. Yeah, that'll work. I think that'll work. I definitely think that that's gonna work.
Yeah. Why not?
Well, because I don't want her thinking that I'm some kind of sleaze, you know, or that I'm wait, is this? No way. This can't be. This can't be happening. This is not my book. This isn't my.
This is a CBS News special report. Good day, John Roberts reporting from CBS News headquarters in New York. We're on the air because in about a minute and a half, President Clinton will, at the White House, make a statement of contrition about the Monica Lewinsky affair. He will be speaking from the Rose Garden at the White House. This, as across town, the House Judiciary Committee nears a vote on the first of 4 articles of impeachment against President Clinton. They have been debating the first article of impeachment for almost 4 hours now. They are tied up talking about an amendment, and a vote is expected to occur shortly. This is a dramatic development, though, with the president coming out. Let's go to the White House and Scott Pelley. Scott, what prompted this?
Well, John, certainly the impending vote on the part of the committee is what's prompted the president's statement this afternoon. He will be speaking to the nation, of course, but also to about 20 or so undecided Republicans who have been saying that they wanted to hear more from the president before they made a decision. We'll see very shortly now just what the president will have to say.
So how many votes does the president need to win from the Republican side to avoid impeachment before the full House?
It depends on how many Democratic defectors there are. There won't be many, but there will be at least 3. So the White House will need something on the order of a dozen Republicans to vote against impeachment in order for the president to avoid being impeached by the House.
Bob Schieffer is also joining us this afternoon. Bob, the statement of contrition that the president is about to make a sign that he may be behind the 8 ball on this matter?
Well, we really don't know if it's going to be a statement of contrition or not. We're only told that the president wants to make some sort of a statement. We expect that's what it's going to be, but I'll tell you, what the people here on Capitol Hill, the Republicans, are looking for is an admission of guilt, an admission that he lied under oath before the grand jury and in that deposition. They're not going to be satisfied, as Congressman Lindsey Graham of South Carolina said just a while ago, if he just comes out and bites his lip and says, "I'm sorry" again. So what we want to look for is he going to make some sort of an admission here and say that, in fact, he did mislead that grand jury? That would help.
So the door of the Oval Office has just opened, and the president now coming out to the podium in the Rose Garden. And let's hear what he has to say.
Good afternoon. As anyone close to me knows, for months I have been grappling with how best to reconcile myself to the American people, to acknowledge my own wrongdoing, and still to maintain my focus on the work of the presidency. Others are presenting my defense on the facts, the law, and the Constitution. Nothing I can say now can add to that. What I want the American people to know, what I want the Congress to know, is that I am profoundly sorry for all I have done wrong in words and deeds. I never should have misled the country, the Congress, my friends, or my family. Quite simply, I gave in to my shame. I have been condemned by my accusers with harsh words. And while it's hard to hear yourself called deceitful and manipulative, I remember Ben Franklin's admonition that our critics are our friends, for they do show us our faults. Mere words cannot fully express the profound remorse I feel for what our country is going through and for what members of both parties in Congress are now forced to deal with. These past months have been a torturous process of coming to terms with what I did. I understand that accountability demands consequences, and I'm prepared to accept them. Painful though the condemnation of the Congress would be, it would pale in comparison to the consequences of the pain I have caused my family. There is no greater agony. Like anyone who honestly faces the shame of wrongful conduct, I would give anything to go back and undo what I did. But one of the painful truths I have to live with is the reality that that is simply not possible. An old and dear friend of mine recently sent me the wisdom of a poet who wrote, "The moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on. Nor all your piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line. Nor all your tears wash out a word of it." So nothing, not piety, nor tears, nor wit, nor torment, can alter what I have done. I must make my peace with that. I must also be at peace with the fact that the public consequences of my actions are in the hands of the American people and their representatives in the Congress. Should they determine that my errors of word and deed require their rebuke and censure, I am ready to accept that. Meanwhile, I will continue to do all I can to reclaim the trust of the American people and to serve them well. We must all return to the work, the vital work of strengthening our nation for the new century. Our country has wonderful opportunities and daunting challenges ahead. I intend to seize those opportunities and meet those challenges with all the energy and ability and strength God has given me. That is simply all I can do, the work of the American people. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, can a reasonable person conclude that you lied under oath, sir? Do you agree with your attorney's assessment of that?
Mr. President, if it goes before the Senate, goes to trial, would you be willing to resign to save the country from this process?
So the president walks away back into the White House after saying before the country that he is profoundly sorry for all that he has done wrong in word and in deed. He never should have misled the country, friends, and family. He floated the idea that he is ready to accept censure by the House, which of course would be an option that the House would have, and that he is prepared to accept the consequences of his wrongdoing, but that anything that Congress comes up with in the form of punishment would pale in comparison to the pain that he has already gone through with his family. Bob Schieffer on Capitol Hill, did any of the members of the House Judiciary Committee hear what the president had to say?
We're told that a couple of members left the committee room. They had been told that the president was going to talk and went back into an ante-room to watch this. So we'll have to see later in the day if they come back into the committee room and comment on this. But clearly the lead here, John, is that the president for the first time says that he is ready to accept the rebuke and the censure of the Congress. Notice at no point, though, when he said he was sorry about misleading people, did he ever say that he had misled the grand jury or the lawyers when he was under oath in the Paula Jones case.
And Scott Pelley at the White House, that is something that Republican members of Congress have been looking for, have they not, for the president to come out and admit publicly that he lied either in the deposition or before the grand jury?
It is, John. In fact, I was talking to an undecided Republican member of Congress just yesterday who said, I don't need to hear the president come out and say he's sorry again. I need him to take responsibility for his actions. I need him quite simply to say, I lied under oath. Certainly the president, as Bob Schieffer just noted, did not do that today. I was speaking to a senior member of the president's staff just yesterday who told me, quote, we will never give up on perjury. So the president has essentially today drawn a line in the sand. He has said what he's going to say. I'll accept censure. I'm not going to admit to perjury. And it's up to the House of Representatives.
Back to Bob Schieffer. Thanks, Scott. Back to Bob Schieffer on Capitol Hill. And Bob, will the statement that the president just made help him out at all in the upcoming impeachment vote in the House?
Well, it's going to be on how the members of this of the committee and Republican members interpret his saying that he is sorry that he misled the American people. Again, I think what would have carried much more weight is if he had said, I misled the grand jury. He didn't exactly have to say he perjured himself, but if he had just said, I misled the grand jury, I think that would have carried more weight. This will help somewhat, but I don't think it's what some members up here were looking for, John.
So, Scott Pelley, the president came close but didn't quite cross the line. Still, he came out and probably made his strongest statement of contrition. Why has it taken the president so long to address this?
Well, the president has been forced into these statements of contrition by events, and I think we see that again today. I mean, this was happening at the very moment the committee was considering the first article of impeachment, was about to vote on the first article of impeachment. The president surely knows that at least one article of impeachment will be passed by the committee. He is leaving early tomorrow morning to go to Israel for several days, and so he probably felt he'd better do this now if he had any hopes of swaying those undecided votes for the vote on impeachment on the House floor next week.
Scott Pelley at the White House and Bob Schieffer on Capitol Hill. Thanks very much. We'll be back on the air just as soon as the House Judiciary Committee gets set to vote on the first of the 4 articles of impeachment. They are currently debating an amendment. They will have to vote on that first, and then they will take up the vote on the first article. We'll have complete coverage on tonight's CBS Evening News with Dan Rather. For now, John Roberts, CBS News in New York. Good afternoon.
This has been a CBS News special report.
No, I don't want to leave a message. Thank you. Let's just watch Emily dig her own grave.
Honey, it's okay. It's okay.
Everything's okay.
Emily's mad.
Oh, no, she's not mad at you. She's just having a really bad day.
Why?
I'll tell you later, okay? I promise.
She hates us, Mommy.
She doesn't hate you. No, I know that. She doesn't hate you. Wait, I'll be right back, okay? Don't worry. Emily. Emily, come on. Don't go! Emily!
Need fast itch relief? Did you know there's a cream that brings fast itch relief to irritating winter itch? A cream with 2 proven medicated itch fighters from a leader in itch relief for nearly 100 years. It's Gold Bond, maximum strength Gold Bond medicated cream. Fast itch relief.
My son wouldn't drink his milk, so I worried about his nutrition. But then I tried Ovaltine, and now he loves his milk. Ovaltine tastes great and adds vitamins. Nestle Quick adds none. So milk not only tastes better, it's better for you.
Ovaltine makes milk even better.
New Ziploc containers. Test number 12. Both of these containers can go into the microwave. One of them doesn't always make it. Ziploc. All you ever wanted in a container. New Ziploc containers. Test number 23. These containers cost about the same. But how do they really stack up? Ziploc. All you ever wanted in a container.
Only Afrin has special formulas for nasal congestion,
Allergy congestion.
Children's congestion.
And now for immediate relief of severe congestion. Afrin. Breakthroughs in breathing.
Hands. They keep us in touch with the world. Sometimes too much. That's why there's Purell. It kills even the toughest germs without water. And since Purell won't dry your hands, you can use it every time you touch too much to help stay well. Purell.
Ow! So you think Santa will like these red and green M&Ms?
I don't know. I never met the guy. He does exist!
They do exist. Santa?
The family favorite returns to CBS, The Year Without a Santa Claus, CBS Saturday.
Sunday. Can angels change one man's hate?
Everyone is equal to God.
Well, God's a fool.
Into a Christmas miracle. Touched by an angel. Then, from Hallmark Hall of Fame, Jenna Rollins is a woman who can no longer take care of herself. Diane Lane is the young volunteer sent to help her.
Fire goes in here, right? That's the oven, Jack.
Together, they'll discover life saves the best for last.
You're the best friend I ever had.
Hallmark Hall of Fame's Grace and Glory, CBS Sunday.
I've wanted to do that for a very...
Who is it?
Katie.
Hi.
Hi, is Eddie here?
He went looking for you.
You said we were friends, Georgia.
We are.
Then why did you lie to me? Why didn't you just...
This is a CBS News special report. Good afternoon. John Roberts back with you at CBS News World Headquarters in New York. A historic moment right now underway on Capitol Hill in Washington in the House Judiciary Committee. For only the third time in history, voting has begun on an article of impeachment against the President of the United States. The members of the Judiciary Committee are voting on Article Number 1, which is perjury before the Starr-Lewinsky grand jury August 17, 1988, as they claim was committed by the President. All of the Republicans so far have voted aye. A vote just a couple of seconds earlier on an amendment was voted strictly along party lines, 21 Republicans to 16 Democrats.
Mr. Rogan votes aye. Mr. Graham. Ms. Bono.
Aye.
Ms. Bono votes aye. Mr. Conyers.
No.
Mr. Conyers votes no. Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank votes no. Mr. Schumer.
No.
Mr. Schumer votes no. Mr. Berman.
No.
Mr. Berman votes no. Mr. Boucher.
No.
Mr. Boucher votes no. Mr. Nadler.
No.
Mr. Nadler votes no. Mr. Scott.
No.
Mr. Scott votes no. Mr. Watt.
No.
Mr. Watt votes no. Ms. Lofgren.
No.
Ms. Lofgren votes no. Ms. Jackson Lee.
No.
Ms. Jackson Lee votes no. Ms. Waters. Ms. Waters votes no. Mr. Meehan.
No.
Mr. Meehan votes no. Mr. Delahunt.
No.
Mr. Delahunt votes no. Mr. Wexler. Mr. Wexler votes no. Mr. Rothman.
No.
Mr. Rothman votes no. Mr. Barrett.
No.
Mr. Barrett votes no. Mr. Hyde.
Aye.
Mr. Hyde votes aye.
Mr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Graham votes aye.
Have all voted who wish. The clerk will report.
Mr. Chairman, there are 21 ayes and 16 noes.
And Article 1 is agreed to. The committee will now consider Article 2. Are there any amendments to Article 2? Mr. Graham.
All right, so they have voted on Article 1 of impeachment against William Jefferson Clinton, the President of the United States. That article is detailed as perjury before the Starr-Lewinsky grand jury, August 17, 1998, for providing perjurious, false, and misleading testimony to the grand jury. The process now, as you can see here, a vote strictly along party lines, 21 Republicans voting yes, 16 Democrats voting no. From here, they will take up the second article of impeachment, which is another article on perjury and sworn written answers in his deposition on January 17, 1998, in the Paula Jones civil case. There were two other amendments, two other articles at least, one of obstruction of justice and another one on abuse of power. Now, we should tell you again that this is only the third time in history that an article of impeachment has been voted by the House Judiciary Committee against the President of the United States and will now be forwarded to the full House for consideration probably next Thursday. Bob Schieffer is with us now on Capitol Hill, and Bob, quite a day today.
Well, it was, and it's ironic in that the vote, when it finally came, and as dramatic as it was, came very quickly. It follows a day of absolutely tedious debate. We had expected the debate to be somewhat more lively than it was, but most of it centered around the Democrats saying that the perjury charge was not specific enough, and they went over for hours demanding that more specificity be put out and stated in the perjury charge itself. Chairman Hyde repeatedly said, look, you had the lawyer here for 2 hours yesterday summing up the case. There are plenty of specifics in the case that he presented to the committee. But as expected, they voted on straight party lines this one article of perjury before the grand jury. The second article contains a same charge of perjury in the president's deposition in the Paula Jones case. It has been quite a day, but I must say, somewhat anticlimactic after a rather tedious debate during the morning, and then all of it coming just minutes before the president made this unexpected statement at the White House.
Bob, it was expected that at least one article of impeachment would be approved by the Judiciary Committee and then forwarded on to the House. The speed with which and along the party lines with which they voted on this first article, does it give you cause to believe that perhaps more than one may go to the House?
Oh, I think there will be there may be one other. In fact, they may send all four. We'll just have to see as the evening goes on. My guess is that they're going to end up sending two. But the interesting thing here is what impact, once this gets to the House, will the statement that the President made just a while ago have on all of this? This will be a much closer vote, John, once it gets to the House floor than it was in committee. We've said it many times, but it remains true. This committee is one of the most polarized in the House of Representatives.
Bob Schieffer, let's go now to correspondent Scott Pelley, who's at the White House, where just moments ago the President came out and apologized again. What's the President's strategy now, Scott?
Well, John, as you mentioned in the Rose Garden just a few minutes ago, we heard the President again. He knew this vote was coming. He knew how the vote was going to go. He once again apologized to the nation, and he said for the first time, the President himself said that he would accept the censure of the House. Censure, of course, being one step below impeachment, and it's not at all clear that the House will take up a resolution of censure, but the President did signal the House quite clearly today that he could accept that. He apologized to the country again, perhaps more deeply than we've ever heard him. Let's listen to just a moment of what he had to say.
What I want the American people to know, what I want the Congress to know, is that I am profoundly sorry for all I have done wrong in words and deeds. I never should have misled the country, the Congress, my friends, or my family. Quite simply, I gave in to my shame.
Moderate Republicans were hoping to hear from the President that he would acknowledge lying under oath. Many moderate Republicans who will be the deciding votes on the House floor next week have been saying that they want to hear the President acknowledge lying before the grand jury, lying in the Paula Jones deposition, and violating his oath to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. The President did not do that today. The closest he came was saying that he had done wrong in words and in deeds. It is not clear how the Republican moderates will accept this new voice of contrition from the President now. John?
Scott Pelley at the White House, thanks. Again, to recap, for only the third time in history, the House Judiciary Committee has voted to approve an article of impeachment against the President of the United States. Article 1, perjury before the grand jury, a vote strictly along party lines, 21 Republicans to 16 Democrats. They will now take up the other 3 articles of impeachment. Just a little bit on process where this goes from here is that first article and any others that are voted on today and approved will be sent to the House for consideration, possibly next Thursday. It requires a simple majority in the House to approve those articles of impeachment. At that point, the President is said to be impeached. Think indictment here in a criminal proceeding, and then it will go on to a trial in the Senate, which would require a 2/3 majority to remove the President from office. Again, a historic day today on Capitol Hill. More on this important story coming up on your local news ahead on this CBS station, and a full wrap-up tonight on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather. Until then, John Roberts, CBS News in New York with Scott Pelley at the White House, Bob Schieffer on Capitol Hill. Good day.
This has been a CBS News special report.
Chicken sandwich or burger? Take a dance with Lady Cluck. Okay, which one? That one. This one right here? Yeah. Wrong. Burger. You lose.
Eat chicken that looks like chicken. Introducing Subway's Chicken Fajita Sub, topped with Old El Paso thick and chunky salsa. Subway, the way a sandwich should be.
Does stress plus French fries equals zits?
There's a website all about health.
I did acne in the 70s.
MyLifePath.com from Blue Shield of California, with information about everything from stress management and nutrition
I need a new diet and a new boss.
to specific topics like acupuncture and asthma. MyLifePath.com, free to all Californians.
Nobody knows me like me.
I'm a single mom. My priority is my children. If we're low on groceries, we're able to come here.
You come in and see the people being helped. You want to help.
This year, Kraft Foods and Vons will help food pantries like this one provide 10 million holiday meals. Show your support by using your Vons Club card to purchase Kraft Foods this holiday season.
It's really about keeping families together.
Please make a gift donation to the CBS 2 Giving Tree and Toy Drive.
Now that's a subject I know something about. I saw what Emily did to your sister's marriage.
You saw her drop her bomb.
Yeah, Emily did it, not you, Andy.
I was on to Emily from square one.
How?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
It's a good question. Why not?
I'm just not getting it.
Don't even try. I knew Emily wouldn't stop until she had Tom.
Now, what were you supposed to do about that?
Supposed to tell the truth. I'm supposed to think for myself. I am not some programmed AA bot that can't bend the rules.
You've bent them plenty, Andy. You picked me up out of the garbage can. You gave me a place to stay, and never once did you make me feel like some charity case.
No, that's different. I mean, that's what friends do for each other.
Not like any friend I've ever had.
Well, don't make a big thing about it.
Well, it is. I mean, anybody else would have just let me there to starve. But not you. You're so special. And Margot is so lucky to have you.
I don't think she feels too lucky tonight.
She'll get over it. And so will you, Andy. It's late, you're tired. And once you catch a few Z's, you'll be back to your old self again.
You're right. You're right, Mom.
Right. And by morning, you and Margot will patch everything up.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Forget it.
Why don't you take the bed? I'm gonna sleep on the couch and get a good night's sleep. How's that?
That's nice. Listen, I gotta get up early. I'm doing a demo for In Your Face, and I'll try to be quiet.
Good luck.
To both of us. Good night, Andy.
Sweet dreams, Mom.
You think something's going on between me and Eddie?
Please don't try and deny it, Georgia. I know, okay?
You do.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard to figure out.
How?
And you know, I can't believe I didn't see it earlier. The looks between you, the way he'd hedge.
It's that obvious, huh?
We're friends. Friends don't keep secrets. They don't lie.
Katie, I don't lie, all right? This is complicated, and it's not about me. You know, Eddie's going through a lot of changes right now, and...
Right, and Eddie's problems are Eddie's problems. He's the one that lied about college. You just went along with it, and I don't get that. I don't...
College?
Yeah, I know he's not in school.
You're talking about college?
Yeah, unless there's something else you're not telling me.
You know, everyone wants to think that Eddie Silva is this James Dean kind of hero, you know, but do you remember what he was like when he first came to town? He was a hood. He had a record, you know, he'd fly off the handle.
What does that have to do with tonight?
It was like he was stalking me, you know, watching my every move.
Tonight?
No, last spring. Look, I've been raped, okay? And I know how it feels. I know how it feels to be violated and feel powerless and forced to... It wasn't gonna happen again.
You know, you're gonna have to excuse me. I'm having a little trouble following you, that's all.
It was like he was like Diego, you know, his eyes, the way he would look at me, and I was scared because I knew he had this thing for Margot. And I was afraid that he might do something, anything to get you out of the way.
Well, Eddie never threatened me.
Come on, he was violent. He lost his mother. He had this whole sleeping thing going on, and he was violent. He'd fly off in a rage. No one could predict what he might do, and I had to stop him.
So what did you do?
What did I do? I was having these dreams. I was having these nightmares, really, about Diego. Except sometimes in my nightmares, he would become Eddie. I mean, it was like they were the same person, you know? And I couldn't separate what had happened from what I thought might happen. And I wasn't going to be a victim again, Tom. I couldn't. And that night in the park when Eddie threatened me, something snapped. I don't know. It just... I kept hearing these words in my head. No more, Emily, no more. And split second, I knew. I knew exactly what I had to do. It all made so much sense to me.
Can you please tell me what happened?
I stopped him before he destroyed us.
You stopped him. How did you stop him?
I made sure he mugged me.
You made sure?
Yeah, I mean, I think it might have happened. I mean, if I was there a little longer, I think he might have.
Wait a second. You were hurt. You needed treatment.
Well, I had to make it look real.
Please tell me that you were making this up. I mean, what about the torn dress, the cuts, the scrapes? That was just to make it look real?
Yes. I had to convince the police.
You mean you did this to yourself?
Tom, it's not like I wanted to do it.
You were ready to risk that boy's life in jail?
He belongs in jail.
And all the time, you lied, no regrets, no remorse?
I regret having to drop the charges. That's what I regret.
That is enough.
Look, I know this is a shock, okay? But it worked. It worked. Eddie's like a tame puppy now, isn't he?
Is this what you and Margot were arguing about?
She heard, and she was a little bit out of shape, but... Tom, wait a minute. She has a soft spot for that kid. I know it. But I'm the one. Me. I'm the one who had the guts to put that kid in his place. Margot, she never bothered to look at him like...
Don't say another word about my wife.
What? She didn't know.
How, Emily? How do you live with yourself?
We're making Toll House cookies. Oh, those rich and gooey Nestle Toll House morsels are right up my alley. And all over my face.
Do you want one more?
Do you really have to ask?
Toll House bakes the very best.
Night and day, you are the one.
Feel fresh, dry, all day with Lady Speed Stick Gel. Glides on clear, never leaves a trace. Lady Speed Stick Gel with 24-hour protection.
Night and day.
By Menon.
Look, I'll make you a deal. If you quit, I quit.
Okay, Daddy. I just quit. Deal?
Nicoderm CQ.
I know you're not big on help in general.
If you're serious, you don't need help.
When I got serious, I realized I do need it.
CQ gives you a 24-hour stream of medicine that's with you whenever cravings come, even when you first wake up. Nicoderm CQ, the power to calm, the power to comfort, the power to help you quit.
Hey, a deal.
It's a deal.
Look at you. What a cold. Even your sinuses hurt. You know how Advil gets rid of tough pain fast? Well, Advil cold and sinus gets rid of tough sinus pain fast. This is in this, plus a decongestant. That's why they call it Advil cold and sinus.
I should have used Preparation H.
If you had, you wouldn't be suffering now. Preparation H helps stop itch and further irritation with a soothing layer of protection.
I should have used Preparation H.
Stops itch, stops irritation.
Compared to JCPenney bears, most bears are a little bare. They're just $15 with any $20 purchase.
Ooh, yeah. Hey, could someone hand me a scarf?
Fun, different, JCPenney.
Wake up sexy. Wake up sexy. Wake up sexy.
Give the personal messaging alarm clock just $19.99. Fun, different, JCPenney.
Look, don't hang Eddie about this college thing, okay? Because, well, I mean, next to Saddam Hussein and peace in the Middle East, it's really no big deal, you know, Katie?
Exactly. Then why lie?
Well, Eddie has his reasons for that.
Do you guys think that I'm such a snob that I would look down on him?
No, this isn't about you.
I really thought we were friends.
We are, Katie.
But you think I'm some sort of elitist.
Look, Eddie has a really hard time trusting people.
Okay, I guess there's reasons for that.
You know, I mean, the first time I met him, he told me he was some rock star.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding, and I totally didn't like him, you know, and then I gave in to him, and I realized that he was just covering his back because people had been putting him down all of his life, you know, so he figures why not throw them off right from the start, you know?
Yeah, Margot said he hasn't had a lot of breaks.
Yeah, like none, except from your sister. I mean, Eddie is one of the greatest guys that you'll ever meet, and, you know, he just has a hard time trusting himself. So, please, just don't say anything to him about this college thing, all right? Give him a break.
Okay, I won't say a word if you promise not to lie to me ever again. I really, really like you guys, and there's nothing that I wouldn't understand.
Okay, that's cool, I promise.
Okay. Thanks. I better get going.
Okay.
Georgia, good night.
Good night, Katie. Sure, you'll understand. I'm in love with Eddie. He's in love with you. What's not to understand?
No, Margot. I mean, she was all beat up. You know, and her clothes were all, they were
all torn, I
Yeah.
know. Well, Eddie, the police came up empty. They had no other suspects.
But her own mom examined her. Her mom
Yes,
examined
exactly.
her.
She covered for her because Emily needed you out of the way.
No kidding. I mean, I knew she was after Tom. You know, and I kept on telling her that I was going to warn him. I'm telling you, I wish right now that I had...
I wish you had, too. I mean, that girl is such a piece of work. She doesn't care who she hurts or how she hurts them. And she knew that Tom resented our relationship and that I would defend you.
As long as I kept on making trouble.
And then she could always be his understanding friend.
Well, we can't let her get away with this. I mean, we got to do something. We can't just let this woman win.
Oh, please, she's no threat.
No, what, are you going to sit around and wait for her to pull more tricks?
I have to.
No, you don't, okay? What we have to do is go and do something, all right? Let's drag her on TV, you know, and show the world what scum she is. I'm telling you, Margot, I want to break something.
Don't break anything in my house. Just relax. Let it go. It's in the past. It doesn't matter. My only concern is that I'm so sorry that she tried to hurt you and screw up your future, Eddie.
Hey,
just
Margot. That had nothing to do with you, okay? Don't even try to hang yourself up on that. What you did for me was... It was so much bigger than anything that woman ever could have done. I mean, you taught me how to try. You know, you believed in me. And because of that, for the first time in my life, I know I can do better than what other people think about me. I know that I could do better than even what I thought about myself.
Stop. Eddie, you're incredible.
Well, have you told him about this?
I tried. I called the Lakeview.
Well, we have to tell him. Do you want me to go find him?
No.
No?
No.
What do you mean? This changes everything.
No, this changes nothing.
Listen, when he finds out about this, this is going to change everything, okay? God knows what lies she's been telling him.
No, I got a pretty good idea of how she set this up all the way through the miscarriage.
Okay. We'll tell him. You and me, we'll go tell Tom right now.
No, I don't want to.
Why? Why? I don't get it.
Because all along, Emily's presented herself to Tom as the innocent victim. Now, sooner or later, he's going to see her for what she really is.
Not if she lies her way out of it. She's pretty good at pulling the wool over his
Well,
eyes.
she can't lie about the mugging.
All right. What if he doesn't see? Huh? What if he just doesn't see?
If he just doesn't see, then every chance of saving this marriage is lost.
Tom, doesn't this prove to you how much you mean to me? I fought for us. I gave us a chance. I mean, I gave us a chance for a future.
Look, I don't give a damn about us.
Don't say that. Don't say that. I know that this is a shock for you, but I had to do it. You don't understand. There was no other way. If you would just think back, if you just look, just try to see it through my eyes, okay? And you'll understand. You'll understand how it brought us closer together.
I'll understand how you put a boy's life at risk. I'll understand how you lied to the police, to this town.
Some lies are necessary.
For us?
Yes, for us.
Where's your conscience?
That's your wife talking.
That's not my wife.
Yes, it is.
She tried to make me see even Eddie.
Eddie
warned
tried to
me.
steal your wife because Eddie hates me.
How long did I stand by you? How long did I stick up for you? I've been a fool.
No.
I turned my back on the people that love me. I refused to listen.
No, Tom, you made a new life for yourself.
This is not my life! I would never live like this.
We have a fresh start now. We have a baby on the way.
You gotta get out of my way.
No, don't leave. I'm sorry, don't leave. Just stay and talk. We'll talk, and I'm gonna get you to understand, you know, how Eddie was, how violent he was, and how mean he was with me. No! I'm sorry, just don't talk to me like that, okay? Don't look at me like that. Just know that what I did it for you, because I love you, Tom. You know I love you. I've told you that from the beginning. No, Tom, please, no, Tom, don't, Tom, please, no, don't leave me, Tom, no! No, don't! God, no! I love you, Tom!
Who can resist an early opening? Come to Sears this Saturday between 8 a.m. and noon and get 10% off everything. Whatever makes you merry, you'll find it at the merry side of Sears.
What are you looking at?
Oh, Kurt's still steamed over crab delights. See, no one wants him when they can have real seafood with the great taste of crab and none of the work.
Lewis Kemp. I'll fillet him.
Try Crab Delights from Lewis Kemp.
But I was King Crab. Hey, who's this?
Introducing radio-controlled Elmo and Puppy.
Elmo loves Puppy.
The very first pet your kid can really control with his friend Elmo.
Chase your tail, Puppy.
Uh-oh, he's good.
Press Elmo's hand or tummy, and Elmo talks to Puppy.
Look at Puppy go.
And Puppy really listens.
Who taught him all that?
Me.
Or see Elmo and Puppy from Sesame Street.
I gotta learn some new tricks.
Johnson's baby shampoo moisturizing formula is causing a minor household crisis.
You're not the baby.
Yeah, but it makes my hair feel baby soft.
It moisturizes while gently cleansing, so the entire family's using it.
You're not the baby. It's not just for babies. It says so right here.
It's as gentle to the eyes as pure water, but there's no shampoo like it.
Where's that honey shampoo?
Johnson's baby shampoo moisturizing formula with honey and vitamin E.
I'm the baby.
From Johnson's.
I am not a morning person. Nighttime, I come alive. My skin's another story. Luckily, I found this body wash from Dove. It's still working at the end of the day, keeping me super soft.
Only Dove Ultra Moisturizing Body Wash smooths your skin long after the shower with its all-day moisturizing formula. No body wash moisturizes longer.
Even my sheets feel better against my legs when I get into bed. However late that is.
Pete. It's Andy Dixon. Sorry to call you so early. Could you give me a call when you get this message? Not an emergency or... Margot, you've got to understand, when you're in AA, there's certain traditions you have to live by.
Yeah, and family doesn't matter anymore.
Sure it does. But what I hear in the rooms has got to stay in the rooms.
Yeah, fine, great, Andy.
I blew it with you, Margot. And Nikki. I got nothing. No family. No AA. Molly even thinks I'm a jerk.
Hi.
Can I come in?
Did you talk to Emily?
Yeah.
Tom?
Oh, man, I'm gonna get you.
No.
No. I'm gonna attack you.
It's not meatloaf.
You're right. It's takeout.
Yeah.
Campbell's introduces delicious new ways to cook, like this chicken and broccoli Alfredo made with Campbell's cream of mushroom soup. It's quick, easy, and unlike anything you've ever made before.
So, how'd I do?
Come on, Ma, you didn't cook this.
Yeah, nice try, Mom.
Campbell's. Good for the body, good for the soul.
Did you know harsh winter weather can leave even unexposed skin itchy and dry? Did you know moisturizers aren't always up to the challenge of itchy, dry skin? That's why there's new Cortisone 10 Plus.
Among these, only Cortisone 10 Plus has 10 moisturizers like aloe and vitamins, plus the power of Cortisone 10 to stop itch and help heal.
So for itchy patches of dry skin, even eczema or psoriasis, try new Cortisone 10 Plus.
Live the adventure. Live the romance. Aspen Cologne for Men. Live the life.
Who's the friendliest bear around? Pooh! That's who. You can take a walk with Pooh and even bring a friend with you. It's Pooh and you.
The spinning Pooh walker for your child from Atwt.
It's so much friendlier with Pooh.
Now, even in the middle of winter, I can grow fresh herbs indoors with my Chia Herb Garden. The Chia Herb Garden growing kit contains everything I need. And what I like best is this natural chia growing sponge. No more messy potting soil. It holds just the right amount of air and moisture to help my herbs grow nice and healthy. Chia Herb Garden, the perfect gift. I bought one for my mother, my friend, my neighbor, and myself.
Chia Herb Garden's available at Rite Aid, Walgreens, Osco, and Save on Drug in Eckerd.
Monday, catch all new holiday episodes of Cosby and the King of Queens. Then, Ray gives the gift that keeps on toasting.
It is so retro chic.
You're making fun of me, right?
But how will that reflect on him?
Look at the size of my nose.
It's an all-new Christmas Raymond. And Becker gets a visit from two wise men.
Have you given any thought to the afterlife?
Are you two gonna be there?
Yes, sir. That's why we're here.
Ted Danson is Becker. Welcome home for the holidays on CBS Monday.
Please make a gift donation to the CBS 2 Giving Tree and Toy Drive.
Look for these special trees at Macy's.
And help a child in need this holiday season.
Work with the best orchards in the West, and you'll know a thing or two about apple juice. Choose great seafood day in and day out, and you'll know what makes a great can of tuna. Stock one of the best produce departments around, and you'll know how to pick the best of the crop.
Vaughn's brands. When we say they're as good as the national brands, we're speaking from experience.
This Sunday is Rose Bowl Sunday, the second Sunday of every month where everybody is going to the world's largest flea market, the Rose Bowl Flea Market, the largest collection of unusual and one-of-a-kind items, this Sunday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
What would it be like to enjoy clear vision without glasses or contact lenses? Well, a simple and effective procedure routinely performed at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center could make this possible for you in just 5 minutes. Cedars-Sinai, the first hospital to perform laser vision correction, offers the new down-up LASIK procedure to correct nearsightedness, farsightedness, and astigmatism. Call us to schedule a complimentary consultation. The best hospital, the best doctors, the best results.
Brad, I want you to know... Brad? Hey, Brad, look, I want you to know that...
Molly.
Andy, I waited up as long as I could, but now I'm crashing. Listen, I took the bed so you could watch TV late if you want. And I'm really sorry about that letter from Nikki. But like I said, it's her loss. You deserve better, and you'll find her. Soon. See ya, Molly.
Just keep all your little AA secrets. That's fine with me. I don't care. There's nothing left you can do to me. I've got nothing left.
Margot, I've already told you everything I know about Eddie. Ugh, this is ridiculous. This is such old news.
Susan?
You know what? I mean it. I mean, unless you have proof of something that you think I did, I need to ask you to leave, Margot.
I'm sorry. I'm putting you in the middle here. But I really need to know. Susan, did Emily fake the mugging?
I think Emily should answer that.
Fine. Fine. You want the truth? You all want the truth? Eddie hated me. He threatened me. And he was very violent to me. You know that. He hurt me. You saw the bruises I had. I had bruises all over.
Emily, how'd you get those bruises? If Eddie didn't mug you and take your purse, then how did you get all those cuts on your knees?
I told you. He came from behind me and he pushed me, and I told everybody that I thought it was Eddie, but I wasn't sure it was Eddie, so I couldn't be sure. I told you all of this.
Actually, I examined Emily right after she reported the mugging.
And there were cuts and scrapes on both her knees. But, they were obviously self-inflicted.
Okay, so jerseys are cut bigger. Jerseys are all kinds of comfortable, and jerseys are easy to care for. Did I mention they're comfortable? That's jerseys, with a Z.
Family get-togethers, lots of food, lots of mess. But Joy's so strong, a spoonful does a sinkful. You'd need twice the green to equal Joy's power to cut the toughest grease. So you use less. Ultra Joy, a spoonful does a sinkful.
Every day I wake up, pour myself a cup of that rich Folgers aroma. The best part of waking up, it's the do-up in all I do. The mountain grown aroma, always coming through. Oh, the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Julianne has found her place with her brothers all these years by being one of the guys. She's tough. She has to be. Julia told me she was going to go out on her first date.
What do you think you're gonna wear? Which? I could wash it for you. It wouldn't take me long. Okay, whatever.
For stains you don't know how to deal with, there's Tide with bleach. It has more stuff to get out more tough stains better than other detergents. And it helps keep colors bright.
Julia knows exactly who she wants to be. She knows exactly who she is. I like that.
I'm here to announce exciting medical news. Introducing Monistat 1, the one-dose yeast infection treatment from the brand we trust. Monistat 1 is so effective, just one treatment cures a yeast infection. Absolutely nothing works faster. Doctors know the one dose keeps working for days for an effective cure. And it's the only one-dose treatment with the name doctors recommend most. New Monistat 1. One dose from the #1 doctor-recommended brand.
Friday, welcome home for the holidays. Double your fun with the enchanting holiday classics, Frosty the Snowman and Frosty Returns. Then, it's a magical tale of a little girl who learns the real meaning of Christmas. Join Ekaterina Gordieva and Scott Hamilton for Snowden on Ice. Plus, Kathy Lee invites you to join her family, Pam Tillis and the hot group NSYNC for her all-new holiday special.
Merry Christmas!
It all starts with Frosty, Frosty Returns, Snowden, and Kathy Lee Christmas Every Day. CBS Friday.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News, food prices, they're not going down, so why are the farmers fighting for survival? A special series begins later.
Looking for a great gift idea?
Chia.
Chia Pets, the pottery that grows. It's easy. Soak your chia overnight, spread the seeds, keep it watered, and watch it grow. Grow a whole collection of fun with new Chia Pets. Chia Elephant, Chia Cow, and Chia Lion Cub. Chia Pets and Chia Heads, the pottery that grows.
Chia Pets and Chia Heads available at all Kmart and Super Kmarts. Makes a great gift.
It's the holidays at Armstrong Garden Centers. From the beautiful wreath on the door to the garland on the staircase, festive boughs on the table, florist quality poinsettias that last and last and last. The nursery fresh Christmas trees or the fragrance of pine fresh garlands and wreaths. All at Armstrong Garden Centers. Happy holidays, happy memories.
The CBS 2 Giving Tree and Toy Drive.
Look for these special trees at Macy's.
And help a child in need this holiday season.
Now with your gift donation, get a complimentary pass to the Holiday Wonderland event at Universal Studios. Linda Alvarez, part of the CBS 2 News team, today at 5.